We are recording. Welcome back to the It's Movie Time pod. This is the second time we've recorded this episode, but you'll probably listen to the first one next week. This is episode 9. For some reason, I thought it was 10.
Going by fast.
I could be high, but I'm not.
You could be, though.
High off that chicken bake.
I'd get high.
Chicken bake smacks, busts in your mouth.
It does bust. It do be busting. Well, it does kind of bust in your mouth in the sense of you bite into it, you get a lot of that like saucy shit.
I guess.
And it's not into people busting in his mouth. I don't know why.
Seth's a big fan of that. Feminist.
No, not. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of bust we're talking about, like what flavor of soda it is or whatever. You know,
Orange Crush.
always take a little orange squirt.
Hey. do they make an orange squirt flavor?
They got it because if not, that is foul.
I thought it was just lemon lime squirt.
Well, look, I'll take it however it comes.
Did they discontinue
Literally.
squirt as a drink?
No, you can still get squirt on your local Dick's shelf. Dick's is a local supermarket here in Utah, so. Well, welcome back, guys. It's April. Crazy. April 1st today, April Fool's Day.
And we're canceling the podcast.
Yeah, this is us telling.
Funnier if you didn't say it was April Fool's first.
That's facts. We just make a big announcement.
Yeah.
The problem is people would stop listening.
Yeah, probably.
They'd be like, oh, screw these guys.
Yeah, all 30 listeners.
They like our pod too much.
We do love you.
We got a great pod.
It's pretty good.
We really got something good going. And today's going to be actually a ton of fun. I think there will probably be some argumentative content today.
Yeah, because I almost did something crazy just to start a fight.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, I'll preface and then you can talk about it.
Preface it and then we'll talk about it.
Because I think we're going to hop pretty much right in. We're doing today, obviously, quarter one just finished. Our next week's episode will be like our favorites of quarter one, January, February, March. Today, we're going to give our most anticipated of April, May, and June. We're going to give our top 5 most anticipated. And I think people are going to be kind of like, I don't think you guys are going to like mine all that much, if I'm being completely honest. I think you guys are going to be shocked, actually, at what they are. But Jackson's trying to piss us off for some reason. What are you trying?
Well, I was just going to put The Karate Kid in my top 5 most anticipated.
That wouldn't piss me off.
I think it would have pissed you off over what I put it in over.
Oh.
But I didn't end up doing it because... But it's like what I have in my 5th place spot, and then Karate Kid, it's like 5 and 5.1.
Okay, so Karate Kid's really up there for you.
I'm so excited for that movie. I'm a Karate Kid lover.
Me too.
Love the original 3. Love the Jaden Smith remake. Loved Cobra Kai.
Shaw Drake.
Yeah,
I
GOAT.
think Cobra Kai is the best out of all of them. But
Oh, 100%.
Cobra Kai goes hard. Into paint.
But this one, we're getting freaking Danny LaRusso and Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan's lit. He's literally my
I'm
favorite.
sure they're going to bring in some it's going to be like an Avengers type thing. They got to bring in other people.
If they don't bring in Shaw Drake, I'm pissed.
Yeah, that would go crazy. Except, is Jaden Smith in the right headspace for this right now?
I mean, he's an actor, so he just gets in there. You know?
He's really into performative art.
Fair. He's one of those, what do you call him? The Jared Leto type.
Oh, he is not method. I don't think we should ever call him a method actor unless he's method at being a dumbass. Okay, so I'll keep his name out of my mouth, though.
Yeah, we're going to get canceled because Will Smith going to come on the podcast. I would love Will Smith to come on the podcast.
Me too. That'd be fun.
Big Will Smith fan. Not a big fan of his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think she's great.
I don't.
She's feisty. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to actually read through just like movies coming out that are just in general, like kind of what we had to choose from, like some of the biggest movies coming out over the next couple months. So these are in no particular order for the most part. But we have Warfare, A24, Sinners, Ryan Coogler's film coming out, The Amateur, The Accountant 2, Thunderbolts, Friendship, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, Karate Kid, Bring Her Back, Ballerina, Life of Chuck, The Materialists, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action, and 28 Years Later, and F1. So a list of basically just nonstop bangers, if I'm being honest. I think we're about to be spoiled as movie fans.
Facts.
And taking from that list and making a top 5 was actually extremely hard for me.
The top 5 could switch on any given day. You know what I'm saying? Like a new trailer for one of these movies could drop.
Yeah.
It could bump into my number 1.
Yeah, I looked through a most anticipated list I made a couple years ago. I think it was 2021. And nine out of the 10 movies that were on my most anticipated list, I made a 10 movie list. 4 of them sucked. So I'll be interested to look back and see what we actually think about the movies we're excited about. Should we just get into it though?
Let's hit it.
All right, we're going to go. We'll let Jackson say his 5th. Lan will say his 5th. I'll say my 5th, but say your 5th and give us the reason why it's there. Jax, go ahead.
All right, in my 5th place, I have Ballerina. And this is a tough choice to put at 5 because it looks so good, and it's just John Wick. That franchise is so good. And I'm really excited, and I think she is going to do great. Ana de Armas. I think she's going to be fantastic. I don't know, and I don't know if there's anything else. Ballerina, in the trailer where she's freaking shooting the fire hose at the dude, he's got the flamethrower. Sick.
Landon, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Thunderbolts. I think if they want to do the new Avengers movie, whatever it's called, this is going to have to start setting things up. And so I'm just expecting this to be really good. And also the newest trailer, the way they did it.
The A24 trailer.
So sick.
Just made me hyped. So
here's what I'll say about Thunderbolts that is interesting, because I told you guys this the other day, to Landon's point. I am not excited for Avengers Doomsday because I think there has not been nearly enough setup for it. Now, I know we have a few movies left, so there is time to set it up. But I think what Avengers struggles with, like Age of Ultron, for example, is they made the first Avengers. It did so well. So they're like, oh, we got to make another Avengers. But there was no build up to Age of Ultron to why that story really mattered to us. It was just a Marvel movie with all of the characters. So there's 5 subplots happening, whether it's with the Hulk, whether it's with Iron, all these different things. But it's I don't care about, I'm confused. I think that's why that movie doesn't work. So I think Doomsday, well, it's exciting how many people have been cast and how good. It will be so much fun regardless, but I'm I just hope that stuff builds. But we've got Thunderbolts, we've got Fantastic Four, we've got Spider-Man next year. So, we'll just have to wait and see.
I just feel like it has to kickstart everything, because Captain America didn't really set anything up.
Good choice though. My number 5, Sinners.
That's crazy.
You can leave, bro.
Yeah, cancel it.
What?
Cancel the pod.
Why?
Sinners at 5 is just kind of wild.
I'll explain more as we kind of go through, but Ryan Coogler, I'm so excited. That's not to make a slight to Sinners of it isn't exciting to me. Every day I look forward to that movie. Every day I read something new about it. I watch a new featurette. I mean, it is all I think about right now. I just think the other films, as we go through them, I'm just more excited for, and they're more in my realm of I need to go to a theater and see this. But also Sinners, I need to go to an IMAX theater and see it ASAP. Steve Sarks, do your thing. Put it in the IMAX in Centerville now. Also, Steve Sarks, I'll forgive you for calling me a fat pig if you give me an early ticket to Sinners. This is a short right here. Steve Sarks, the CEO of Megaplex Theaters. My name is Seth Orris. you definitely don't know me, but you called me a fat pig when I was 16 years old working in the food court. All I'm asking for to forgive you is early tickets to Sinners.
For him and us, 3 early tickets.
Yeah, 3 early tickets. I think that's a fair trade.
That's not too much to ask.
And is this blackmail technically? No, because I'm putting this out to everyone regardless.
Well, and you don't have like a video of him calling you.
Yeah, it's hearsay.
Yeah.
Am I Jonathan Majors' ex?
That's crazy.
Okay. Cool. So that's number 5. So for Jax, he has Ballerina. For Lan, he has Thunderbolts. And for me, I have Sinners. I will go number 4. We'll kind of just do a snake. And my number 4 is Ballerina. Ballerina is another movie that the trailers, everything about it, the fact that they just announced this whole John Wick universe of movies that is coming out, John Wick 5's coming out. I feel like Ballerina is just going to be amazing, but also knowing John Wick's in it, I feel like it's going to build something there, a relationship to where I'd love a cinematic world of the Continental. The TV show wasn't too great, but cinematically, I think it could be awesome.
Maybe her and John Wick date. He finds love again.
That'd be good.
But this time they just kill everybody together.
I mean, I would watch her and him kill people all day. Same with him and Halle Berry.
Fair.
Halle Berry is so good in that John Wick 3, I think that is. But no, so that's my number 4. Lan, what's your number 4?
That's my number 4 also.
Lan, go off, King.
Kind of the same thing. After rewatching the first one over the weekend, yeah, just made me that much more excited. So kind of the same thing. Trailers look awesome. Just ready.
Jax, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is actually the new A24 movie, Warfare. Warfare could be at number 1. You know, it just looks that good. Love the cast. I love how they're directing it and who's directing it. I love that they're bringing in the guy who actually went to war and experienced this. He wrote it, and now he's the one who's essentially guiding everything to make it as accurate as possible. I think that movie's going to pop off.
Yeah, I don't, if I'm wrong on this, there's a person on TikTok who, they follow us, we follow them. Her name is Nat. She just watched Warfare at an early screening and she said it was awesome. And the whole cast was there. It's because she lives in a place where they actually do stuff like that.
Should we move?
I'm down to move, but you bought this house.
I could sell it.
If you wanted to sell this house and move to California or move to New York or
I can't afford
Chicago, I would go today.
I just don't think we can afford that.
I mean, realistically, you can afford anything if you just get into enough debt.
I mean, it's not my financial advice, but
I mean, look, I should be a financial advisor the way I know just all the ways to get yourself into debt.
fair.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Financial anti-advisor.
yeah. I'm like, hey, they're like, should I buy this? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, I'm looking at my account. I go, fuck your account.
Follow your heart, bro.
It's all about living life, not being financial.
It's all about living life, living large. You could die tomorrow.
And Landon would get a pretty hefty lump sum of money.
Buy that Tesla today.
If I died tomorrow?
If I die tomorrow, you get the house in Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah. True.
What do I get?
I don't know if it says I love you.
Okay, that's crazy. So you're leaving a note?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll figure that out post pod.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Lan, you give your number 3. I know it's like a
No,
little
we're on
different.
4.
You just said
You
Warfare.
did 4.
I did 4.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have Lan start with 3 and then it'll go me,
Oh,
you.
wait. You gave your 4 already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
was the same.
Ballerina.
Yeah. Okay.
My 3 is Materialist. 'Cause I love a good rom-com. And I feel like there's not enough of them. And Dakota Johnson is one of my favorites.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm in.
Jax, you want to go with your 3 or me?
You can hit your 3.
Okay, my number 3 is F1.
Good pick.
F1 looks like the cinematic event of the year. Obviously, we've not seen a look at Avatar yet, so that will come down the pipe.
Yeah. Pause.
But F1 for me, all the trailers, I honestly don't know what it's all about really all that much. But man, entirely filmed with IMAX cameras, the entire thing. Brad Pitt. I mean, I think it's Joseph Kosinski who's directing it, or Kaminsky, who did Top Gun Maverick. And Top Gun Maverick, dude, you want to talk about a feat of cinema. That movie rocks
Yeah.
so hard.
That's also my number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah, stoked for that movie. I've watched the Netflix docuseries F1,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
F1's insane.
It's fun.
honestly.
And like, do you remember when we walked out of why did I just forget what it's called?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo?
Oh yeah.
That's why I don't have it in my top 5, because I thought Gran Turismo was sick, and I don't know if they're gonna. It's probably gonna be better than it, but at the same time, I'm like, how much different is it gonna be than
What do you mean?
just like the racing? Like,
Well, they have like actual F1 crew members and stuff in the trailers. Like there's like actual F1 drivers, I think, that are racing with Brad Pitt. And knowing how they directed Top Gun Maverick, how they actually had to learn how to like be in the planes and stuff. Brad Pitt's gonna be behind the wheel of a freaking F1
Landon,
car.
I'm not one to argue with you.
I know.
But now that I know F1's not in your top 5. What?
Start-
Because Gran Turismo was so great.
It just
F1
makes me
is-
not, it makes me not as excited, because I'm like, we just got a car movie that was sick.
That was
And I'm
3
not-
years ago.
Okay, but I'm not an F1 guy.
Fair.
I
That's
feel like
fair.
it's a huge.
I thought you were a
fad
Brad
right
Pitt
now.
guy.
I like Brad Pitt.
I thought you were an IMAX
I think his
guy.
hair looks
Are you an
sick.
IMAX guy?
Yeah, I like IMAX.
Did you hear that? Landon hates IMAX.
Hey, you hate sinners apparently. So
That's
Fact.
insane.
Don't come
I
at me
do
with
hate
that.
sinners. I hate people who sin.
Oh, crazy.
Me every night.
Crazy.
Okay, so I'm
Look,
sorry. I don't hate
everything.
sinners.
Everything you're throwing at me, I can throw right back at you.
Would you put
hate
it-
Michael B?
No, don't
you
you
hate IMAX?
dare. Don't you dare ask me if
That's
I
why
hate
he
Michael.
you
didn't
hate
have
Ryan
Black Panther
Coogler?
in his top 5.
I don't hate Ryan Coogler. That's why he's in my top 5, bruh.
Okay, but look, I'm just saying, like, I'm not on the F1 trend,
Okay, that's okay.
and I feel like it is a huge trend. Where to me, it's like, yeah,
Do you like Ford versus Ferrari?
nah, it was fine.
Okay.
Look, again, it's just like I'm not, and I've said this a million times to Jax, because everyone's always like, "What's your dream car?" I don't care.
He doesn't care about cars.
I don't.
Yeah.
But don't you care about adrenaline rush and action?
I mean,
Don't you
I'm gonna
care
get more-
about
I'm gonna get
Stilgar?
I'm gonna get way more adrenaline rush in my number 1,
Okay.
which is why it's number 1.
Okay, my bad, dude.
Okay.
My bad.
So don't come at me with all of these other ones are gonna give me way more adrenaline rush than F1.
Okay, I guess we'll look back at the end of this 3 months and
We
see
will.
what you
Look,
think.
F1's going to be a 5-star movie.
But
No, it probably will be, but I'm just not
That excited for
that
it.
excited for
That's
it.
fine.
I'm not
That's
saying
fine.
it's gonna suck. I'm
No,
just
yeah.
saying, like,
I'm just joking with
going
you. of
into
course.
it, I'm like, yeah, I want to see it, but I'm not like, holy, this is above these other movies.
That's fair. I respect that. I just thought you liked IMAX a little bit more, but that's okay. We
You wanna
can
hear
move
my
on.
hot take?
Yeah.
Gran Turismo is better than Ford versus Ferrari.
It's not, Jax.
It's not a better movie, and like the acting performances aren't better, but
But you like it more?
I like it more. I think the
Okay.
racing is
That's
more-
fair.
There's more racing in Gran Turismo than there is in Ford versus Ferrari.
That's true. That's true.
And man, dude, yeah, I might watch Gran Turismo tonight.
That movie legitimately Fs.
Yeah,
It Fs.
it really does.
All right, we are back. Obi went pee. I think we all want to say congrats to Obi.
Shout out to my dog.
That's a good boy.
He definitely peed. Happy for him. So
Got a treat.
now we're at our final 2 most anticipated. I am excited to hear yours. Let's start, Jax.
Me?
What is your number 2?
Sinners. Yeah.
Same though.
So you're both number 2 sinners.
I think I know what his number 1 is.
I think I know what both of your number 1s
I
are.
think I don't know what your number 1 is. I feel like you're gonna have some dumbass answer for your number 1, and it's really gonna piss me off.
Okay, that's insane. But
You're gonna be like,
so tell me about
The Accountant
but tell me about sinners. Why is it at your number 2?
because it deserves its.
Also, wait. If it was The Accountant 2, what the hell is wrong with that?
The Accountant is a banger movie. The Accountant 2 is probably going to be really good, but it's not number one spot worthy.
Most anticipated. If it's my most anticipated, it's not number one spot worthy.
You're dumb for that.
You are such a ridiculous film fan, dude.
Look, if it's your number one, that's great because film is subjective and you can like what you like.
Thank you very much.
I just want Landon.
I know I don't agree. I'd be like, that's kind of crazy, and I don't think he's gonna pick that. That's why you're just.
But I do
throwing it
just
out
want to
there.
say, because The Accountant 2 is going to bang.
Oh, it is.
It took you 26 years to watch The Accountant.
It's because he thought he had watched.
I thought I had watched it, bro. The other day. So The Accountant, I have seen so many clips on TikTok that I thought I tricked my mind into thinking I had watched the film. And I put the film on the other day while I was editing. And I'm about 10, 15 minutes in. I go, holy I've never seen this movie. I texted you guys. I go, so it turns out I've never seen The Accountant. I've just seen a lot of clips. Watched it from start to finish. I gave it 4.5.
It's a great film.
Great.
Love that movie, dude.
The
And
ending
the fact
goes
that
crazy.
they're teaming up now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sinners. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, you've seen the trailers. The only issue that I have with it is that we know who turns into the vampires. It's my biggest beef with it. But even then, knowing that, it just looks so good.
There could be some twists. Maybe they're throwing that out. Just
Yeah, there could be some twists. The fact that I'm willing to not go to Disneyland for a night to go see that in
70 millimeter IMAX.
IMAX just speaks volumes as to how excited I am for that movie.
And how much you love movies.
Yeah. And Michael B. so good. I'm not the biggest Haley Steinfeld fan. I know you love her.
She's great.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I think she looks really good in that movie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited.
No, yeah. That's definitely great reasons to be excited. Okay, Lan?
I mean, yeah, Sinners. Really the same reasons, but I think like the trailer and like the music they have in the trailer just gets me so.
When
hot.
he's walking down and he's got the
he's got
freaking
the-
Tommy gun.
We cousins.
Oh, dude.
That's remember
His
when
gold tooth?
remember when the first trailer they ever released for that movie was literally just him sitting there rolling the cigarette, voiceover, and then it's him with the gun. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Great trailer.
I'm in.
That's all they should have given us.
I mean, really though, all you have to say is like Michael B. Jordan, and I'm in.
Yeah. His first acting role since Creed 2. His first anything in a movie since Creed 2. Creed 3, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he went
His
on a little hiatus.
little cameo in Black Panther 2. Wait, which was first?
Creed 3 was last.
Oh, was it?
Black Panther 2 was first. Yeah. Came out like 5 months before Creed 3.
My bad.
Yeah.
No, you're good. No, those are great reasons. And honestly, I think I genuinely feel the same excitement you guys do for Sinners. Now, I know it's number 5 on my list. I completely get that. Everything above, I am so freaking excited for Ballerina, F1, and the next two I'm going to say that I'm like, it's hard. But like, all 5 of these, minus my number 1. My number 1 is leaps and bounds ahead. But so 5, 4, 3, 2
Do we all have the same number 1?
are so intermixed.
I don't know.
My number 2 is going to be in my guess would be my number 2 is your number 1. Mission Impossible is my number 2.
Choke.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What could you possibly have ahead of Mission Impossible?
First of all, what do you mean? Don't worry about what I have in front of it. Listen to the podcast maybe.
I'm on the podcast.
Well, maybe I got some good movie in front of it. Maybe if you knew my movie taste and knew who I was as a person, you would be able to guess
Can we
my
just
number
stop
1.
pretending that I don't know you like that, Seth?
Yeah, true.
Come on now.
True.
Come on now.
True. I just Mission Impossible again. It is the excitement level is so exciting. It's the last Mission Impossible movie. Mission Impossible is one of my favorite franchises of all time.
Until they cast Timmy as the...
Well, they cast Glenn Powell, but yes, I'm super excited. To be honest, I'm less excited for this than I was for Dead Reckoning and Fallout. Yeah, give me a little bit of an idea though for your guys' number 1. Like, why is Mission Impossible at your number 1? Like, why is it so high up there?
It's Mission Impossible is some of the best action films ever made.
I agree.
And just the build up, like the way that the last one ended, crazy.
Yeah, some crazy shit's about to go down.
And I just know it's gonna. I just know it's gonna start hot. Like it's gonna start. Opening scene is gonna be some crazy shiz, and then it'll go into more of like the continuation of the story. But like they're just gonna. It's the final one. Like they're gonna go crazy on it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just excited to see how they end it all, like how it all wraps up. I mean, we've been watching these since what? When the first one came out, like 90,
98?
98?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah. A very, very long
And
time.
like, I mean, in my opinion, and this could be a hot take, I don't know. I think Mission Impossible is better than James Bond.
I agree 100% actually.
I think I like James Bond a ton. I really like James Bond. If I was to take the best James Bond movie, in my personal opinion, and put it up against the best Mission Impossible movie, I'd pick James Bond. For me, Skyfall is peak. Like Skyfall is peak cinema. And exactly. And my favorite Mission Impossible is Fallout. But I would put Skyfall ahead of that.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I think in Skyfall, the action is better. I think Javier Bardem gives a better performance in Skyfall than anybody in Fallout gives. I think when it comes down to it, also, the actual filmmaking aspect, Roger Deakins shot the hell out of Skyfall. It is so cool. It looks amazing. It's very sleek and sexy like James Bond always is. I think Daniel Craig's Bond, I just had such an emotional connection with him. For me, when I think about Fallout, I think about two things. I think about him jumping out of the plane, and I think about freaking Henry Cavill with the most badass moment maybe in movie history.
That wasn't scripted. You know that, right?
Yeah, when he cocks his fists like guns and you hear it. And I'm like, honestly, I get it. Holy cow. But for me, I just like Skyfall overall more.
After what you just barely said, I don't know if you do.
No, I do. I don't think because Henry Cavill's such a badass that makes that movie better.
I think my argument though is I feel like the Mission Impossibles all tie in really well together, and it seems like to me the James Bonds are just like, I mean the old ones especially, like they don't really have much connection to like new stuff, you know?
No, that's a good
So I
argument.
just like that these are all kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah, the
same characters.
continuation.
It's like all
Well, and I think that's why I like Mission Impossible as a whole more, is because they are connected stories. I'm just saying, like, in the one instant, I like Skyfall overall more than I like any of the Mission Impossible movies. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Skyfall in a while. I do remember watching that movie and thinking it was really good. But, man, Mission Impossible is just,
It's bussin'.
it's Mission Impossible. Like,
It's bussin'.
Ethan Hunt,
Ethan-
the GOAT.
Ethan Hunt's great.
The only person better than Ethan Hunt is John Wick.
Rebecca Ferguson in the Mission Impossible movies is better than Elsa Faust. Isn't that her name in those
Yeah,
movies?
I think so. But he would win in a fight.
With her?
Yeah, easy.
Well, I'd like to see that fight.
John Wick's killing Ethan Hunt and James Bond.
Oh, John Wick's killing them all.
Yeah, John Wick, the only character better. Okay, here's the question, because I know we've all had the topic of like John Wick or Ethan Hunt or Jason Bourne. What about Ethan Hunt and Jason Bourne?
Ethan Hunt.
I'm picking Ethan.
I'd pick Ethan Hunt too. I think those are great for your number one. I do want each of you to just have a chance to guess.
Is it 28 years later?
28 years later, good
I
guess.
was going to guess 28 years later, but my next guess is actually... I'm either thinking... I think it might be The Amateur.
The Amateur.
Yeah.
Interesting. Neither of those.
Okay, Thunderbolts.
Friendship?
Nope.
Oh, it's the haunted... scary movie made by the same people who made Talk to Me.
No.
Really?
Hurry Up Tomorrow, starring The Weeknd.
Oh, I should have known. I should have known that was.
Psych,
your number
April
one.
Fool's bitch. It's The Materialist.
Oh, really?
If you know me, you know rom-coms are my favorite genre. Celine Song, Past Lives, incredible film. The Materialist, I just need a rom-com in my life right now that will make everything better because I really need a win, film-wise.
I
Women,
think all of these are going to be a win.
all of these are going to be a win. This is going to be a great quarter for movies. But The Materialist, I think when it comes down to it, it's definitely going to play into rom-com tropes. It's definitely going to do what rom-coms always do. But I think for me, that trailer was so good and really had a lot of meaning in terms of just like, man, all three of these characters, I think what is going to be good is, according to the trailer almost, and obviously the movie might be different, is Pedro Pascal is a genuinely good human being. Typically, you always root for the poor person, which I'm calling Chris Evans the poor person, the person who doesn't have the money, because the guy who's rich is always kind of an asshole. He always has like a leg up. This one, there's like one scene in the movie where she's talking to Pedro Pascal and he's got tears in his eyes. And all I could think was, oh, I think considering Celine Song's the one that's making it, I think this is actually going to have incredible dynamics to where it is one of those movies where I could see her ending, like from the trailer, I'm like, I could see her ending up with either of these guys because we haven't had a rom-com. We've had a lot of good rom-coms, but a really well-written, incredibly told rom-com, it's been a little bit. And so for me, and especially will they, won't they between two men, which is always great. So I can't begin to explain how excited I am for that movie.
Fair.
So,
Two things.
yes.
First thing, actually genuinely shocked that you didn't have Hurry Up Tomorrow in your top 5.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that movie. I just think
Does that fall in like your 6? Or where
it'd
would
fall
that
top 8.
Okay. Second thing, you want to know what's a great rom-com?
What?
This Means War.
Is it though?
It's fine.
It's a good one.
It's fine.
That's the hill you want to stand on, is This Means
That's
War?
a good rom-com. That movie is funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It just reminded, like, you talking about how it's like you genuinely think that she could end up with both guys reminded me of This Means War.
That is true. That's
Because
a good
in that
point.
movie, you don't really hate either of the guys.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. You just kind of like gravitate to one of the guys more than the other.
Yeah, that's fair. I
And
get
that's
that.
who you want to win, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point, Jax.
Yeah.
That is a fun movie.
Really fun.
One of the first times I ever made love, I watched This Means War right after and cuddled, and it was phenomenal.
King.
Thank you. Yeah, lovely lady. So, in summary, my number 5 was Sinners, number 4 Ballerina, number 3 F1, number 2 Mission Impossible, and number 1 The Materialists for my most anticipated. Jax, run through your 5 through 1 more time.
My 5 most anticipated movies are The Ballerina, Warfare, F1, Sinners, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning at number 1.
Love it. And Landon?
Yeah. Mine goes Thunderbolts, Ballerina, Materialists, Sinners, and Mission Impossible.
Men of great taste. I think one thing we can take away is there's a lot of good movies coming out.
Yeah, because The Karate Kid, potential movie of the year right there.
Karate Kid's going to be great. See, that's the thing is I am so excited for the Karate Kid. Obviously, I know you're like Karate Kid hater. It has nothing to do with that because honestly, Warfare's up there. Freaking Lilo and Stitch, I'm really excited for. How to Train Your Dragon, 28 years later. Like, all these movies are going to be so good, in my opinion. And I'm so excited that I just can't wait.
I'm in. I wish we could just get them all tomorrow and just spend a full day at the theater.
Well, that'd be about 5 days, 6 days.
Well, just 5 movies?
Oh, our top 5?
Yeah, just top 5.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, you want 23 of them tomorrow?
No, I just want our top 5, just full day at the theater.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
Again,
Give Obi to mom and dad. Say thank you.
give them to Allie's sister.
Oh, they would love that.
Yeah. They'd probably love that more than your mom and dad.
100%. Yeah. Well, Kenzie would. I don't know about Jenny. Jenny might not.
Jenny, you're a great gal.
Jenny is a lovely lady.
Thank you for raising a great daughter. Lastly, I do just want to go over Jack's
Yes, sir.
favorite first time watch from the last week. First time watch of a movie in the past week.
Oh, that's tough. Let me letterbox you know?
Sounds good. Landon, do you know one? Off the top of the dome?
Off the top of the dome? I don't know.
Okay, I'll start, and then you guys can figure it out.
Yeah, hit us.
My favorite first time watch of the past week would have to be Stand By Me. Rob Reiner's Stand By Me. I
That was
had
your first time?
never seen it.
Great.
I've never seen it.
I had never seen it. It is one of the most well-written movies of all time. Just like every great thing I'd ever heard about that movie, it hit my expectations and then some, and I was so impressed. It is emotional. The relationships, it has some of the best relationship building of all time. And I would recommend it to anyone. I'm pretty sure Stephen King has said that that's his favorite adaptation of any of his books, and for good reason. So that, another shout out, History of Violence, David Cronenberg, Viggo Mortensen. That movie absolutely eats. That movie is so badass, insanely badass. Would recommend it to anyone. Hour 28 minutes, worth your time. Landon, do you have yours?
I'm probably gonna go Rain Man.
Banger.
It's for all the people that say Tom Cruise is the same in every movie. He's not in this one. He's a great guy in this.
We still need to watch
His
Magnolia,
early career,
too.
yeah, Magnolia. His early career, he was a lot different in every role.
Yeah.
What's
Interview
the-
with a Vampire, like he had so he does have so much range. I think the truth is nowadays he's in the movies he wants to be in.
Fair. What's the movie where he's in like the military or whatever, and he's in the courtroom? It's like a super.
A Few Good Men.
Yeah, super.
You can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I love Jack.
Yeah. But anyway, that one, Dustin Hoffman is incredible in that too. And then I shout out to Princess Mononoke. First, like,
Studio Ghibli film.
Studio Ghibli movie I've seen. And it
Studio
was good.
Ghibli.
I'm trying
enjoyed
to
it.
get him to watch others, but he's still just a little hezzy.
I mean, I will, but like this one, it was just great because it's IMAX.
Yeah. Mine, I have two that are pretty equal for me. The first one is Ponyo. Loved that movie. The opening scene, the animation in the opening scene where it's Ponyo's dad under the water, so pretty. And then the animation for the rest of it. Also, Sosuke's mom in that movie must be a descendant of Dominic Toretto because she was whipping that ride up that mountain. Bro, she freaking drifted a 360. Crazy. Beautiful movie, though. It for me, wasn't one of those movies like a lot of Miyazaki's movies have like this really deep like meaning that comes out at the end where you're just like, oh, wow, everything like makes so much sense as to why it happened. And it just kind of has like a really lasting impression. This one, I didn't think there was a meaning that was as strong as some of the other ones, but it was just so much fun. And the Ponyo song at the end, banger. Yeah, loved it. I was in. The next one, though, you guys are really going to like this. It's Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Banger film.
I messed with that one.
Yeah.
About time.
And did I not call it 3.5 Mamma Mia 2, Mamma Mia 1, 4.5 Mamma Mia 2?
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Dude, the dancing queen scene? You're telling me you didn't shed a tear?
I didn't shed a tear, but I enjoyed it. Lily James,
Yeah, me neither.
so good. My take is, I think the reason why I liked Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again more is because Lily James is better in this movie than Amanda Seyfried was in the first movie, if that's how you pronounce her last name.
Yeah.
Her character was just better in this movie. But then Amanda Seyfried is like the older mom type character now, was better in this movie than what's her name in the first movie?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yeah. That's my take. I know everybody loves Meryl Streep.
No. You need to repent. Meryl Streep is the GOAT.
I just didn't vibe with her character in that first movie.
Donna? You didn't vibe?
No, I didn't.
Lily James literally plays Meryl Streep in that movie.
I know that she does, but it's like a more fun. Like Donna in the first movie is just kind of seemed kind of whiny to me. Like all she does in the first movie is complain. Like you have 3 men here who want you bad, and you're the reason that you're alone.
None of them want her, dude. Only Pierce Brosnan wants her.
That's not true.
In the first movie, yes, because Colin Firth is gay.
Yeah, but you didn't know that. You didn't know that until the very end.
You knew.
You didn't know that until the very end. And homeboy Harkonnen, Skarsgård, he wanted her so bad that he almost rejected her friend at the end because he wanted her.
Here's all I'm going to say. This is it. This is the end of the podcast.
This is like the 9th time you've said that, and we're on episode 9.
No, not the end of the... This is the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
You need to repent.
For what?
For your sins.
I thought that movies are subjective, and everybody can have their own...
You
opinion.
have sinned tonight.
Whatever happened to that, Seth?
It's gone. It's gone for certain people. If I talk bad about Timothée Chalamet, I'm sinning. Am I not?
I'm not.
Am I not?
You are. Hold up. Can you let me finish?
I'm great at it.
Can you let me talk? That's good. Will you let me
Not
talk?
with dudes, but...
Look,
Go ahead.
did I say that she gave a bad performance? No. I didn't criticize Meryl Streep as an actor in any way. I just said I didn't like her character that much.
Not what I heard, but okay, that's fair. I appreciate your take. This has been a great episode, genuinely. A really good episode. Jax Pete on Letterboxd. Lando Pete on Letterboxd. Saurus19 on Letterboxd. Follow us on Instagram. It's Movie Time Pod. TikTok, Movie Time Pod. YouTube, obviously, it's Movie Time Pod if you want to watch the podcast. Any last comments before we hop off? Jax, I do love you, and I'm just joking about the Meryl Streep stuff. Respect.
Only thing I gotta say, I finally watched Don't Worry, Darling. It's a fine movie, but one thing for sure is Harry would never do that. That's all I gotta say. Harry would never do that.
Harry would never be an incel that goes into this alternate reality.
Yeah. And I know he's just playing the role, but it just made me mad because Harry would never do that.
But he's good in that movie. He plays his part really well.
He's okay in that movie.
It's hard to act against Florence Pugh.
That is true. Florence Pugh is very good in that movie.
You have both of them together, obviously he's going to look like...
No, yeah, I agree with that, but I thought he did... Like what? He was in Dunkirk before that movie?
Correct,
that was it?
Correct.
So, and in Dunkirk he says 6 words the entire movie?
Yes.
So for what he had to work with, he was really good in his role.
Yeah, he did fine. That's why
it took me fine.
It took me so
long. He
wasn't
wasn't
to watch
really good. It's not like I watched that movie and when it ends, I think, as someone who doesn't love Harry Styles as much as Lan, I don't think about that movie and ever think about Harry Styles. I genuinely only think about Florence Pugh.
Yes, but you're missing the point. Florence Pugh is fantastic. Obviously, Harry Styles is down here, right? But for what he had and his acting abilities so far, he'd been in one other movie with literally probably max 10 words.
Yes, which is why he was fine.
No, but for what you got from him, he did a really good job. For what he was capable of doing, he did a really good job.
That's
I'm
fine.
not saying he was
a shitty actor is still a shitty actor, even if they just have the skills of a shitty actor. He's a fine actor.
You want to know who's a shitty actor?
Please say it. Please, Jax.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock's not great.
Gal Gadot, whatever you want to pronounce her name.
That's totally fine. I know that's wide opinion. I really like her in Wonder Woman.
Did you like the text that I sent you? She is such a bad actress that she was ironically really good in the first Wonder Woman movie because Wonder Woman was never had supposed to have met humans before.
Yes,
So
it's
she
very
was
funny
supposed to be
tweet.
really awkward, and so yeah, that's why you liked her.
Hey, that's fine. I think both of them are mediocre actors at best. But guess what? So is Harry Styles.
Look,
I'm
all I'm gonna
picking Harry
say,
over
all I'm
both
gonna
of
say
them.
about it is it took me so long to watch that movie just because I was scared I was gonna think differently of Harry, and I don't. So he did good enough for me.
That's fine. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing, and for some reason,
I don't even know why we're arguing this.
he's fine in the movie. He's nothing special in the movie.
Is it because we didn't argue enough about other things that now you have to argue about this?
Probably because
No, it's because Jackson wants to say he's really great or really good in a movie.
For what he is.
He's a bad actor. He's a fine actor.
You're a hater. You're just a hater.
I'm not, dude.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I like Harry Styles a lot.
Look, I'll say this: he's probably a better actor than Gracie would be.
I can't attest. And honestly, if we're being real honest, probably not.
Why? Just because of who her dad is?
Because she grew up in a household full of movies. Yes, that plays a huge part. If she took acting lessons, she would be good actress. If you really want to argue about this, Landon,
Would she?
why do you have to bring my girl into this?
she?
I wasn't
It's
trying to
'cause
dump on it.
I
Oh,
know, I
why
know.
are we arguing about this? Then you bring up this whole ass argument about my girl Gracie
It's
Abrams.
because Harry's my boy, and Gracie's your girl. So I gotta hit.
Okay, so tell me exactly why you think Gracie wouldn't be as good as he is.
Because I don't. You are gonna lose your shiz when I say this, but I think Gracie is a full-blown industry plant.
We should have ended the fucking podcast.
I think Gracie, without who her dad is, and then being brought in.
You think she doesn't have the talent?
No, I think she's fine. I don't think she's anything special.
Oh my gosh.
And I know, and that's why I'm saying, like,
This hurts.
I get she's got a great audience and people love her and stuff. And I get why she connects with people.
It's because her music's great.
Yeah, and like
Her music's fantastic. Her songwriting is fantastic.
But is she writing it all by herself?
That's what we're led to believe. Yes. So I believe it.
Do you go into her credits and see who wrote
Yeah,
things? And
absolutely.
It's just her.
On most songs.
Okay.
There's obviously some songs but that's every artist, right?
Yeah, no, it is. But I'm just saying. Does she have
Why'd you have to
ghostwriters?
go to the industry plant thing? That's insane.
Because
So
I
because
genuinely
okay, well,
think she
well,
is.
let's do this. Oh, she's an industry plant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that Harry Styles would be a better actor than her.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, why'd you have to bring it up then?
Because I'm saying, without that, would she even have the option to be an actor without her dad too?
What? Probably, maybe. Who knows? Do I have the option to be an actor?
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
I know. I'm just saying. Her.
What the hell are
her-
you saying,
her
Landon?
situation of who her dad is has gotten her to where she is.
That's fine. 100%. That's a fine take to have. I respect you a lot. I am hurt. And this has been episode 9 of the podcast. See you guys next week. Thank you very much.